Hi students, I'm here to go over your Wednesday's work with you. So for today, Wednesday, May 6th, you are to read and annotate page 6 in your Scholastic News and complete worksheet. And then you're going to read independently and then make sure you go back into your gorilla article and you're going to describe gorilla information that you find from there. Then I will go over your language and spelling with you. For those of you who can access iReady, do your 20 minutes. Solve word problems about area, and then your fact sheet in math. Then make sure you record your PE, your physical activity for 20 minutes. What are you doing? And record it on your PE log, and then graph the temperature. Okay, so I'm going to start by reading today's reading for Scholastic News. You're on page 6 in your Scholastic News. The title is This the Triangle of Doom? 95 years ago, the Cotopaxi vanished. The giant ship, so the Cotopaxi was a giant ship. The giant ship with a crew of 32 men had set sail from South Carolina. It was headed to Cuba with coal, but it never arrived. Years later, some people developed a theory. They guessed that the ship had been lost in the Bermuda Triangle. So you can see that blue triangle on the globe right there. That's the Bermuda Triangle. And right off the coast of Miami, the red dot, that's part of the Bermuda Triangle. Cuba is a bit of land, but it's covered up. You can't really see it because of the blue Bermuda Triangle, but it's right there off the coast of Miami. So the Bermuda Triangle, that is an area in the Atlantic Ocean to the east of Florida. People pointed out that other ships and airplanes had disappeared in that area over time. They claimed a mysterious force must be at work in the Bermuda Triangle. Most scientists disagree. They say the number of vehicles that have gone missing in the area isn't unusual, and there are good explanations for ones that have disappeared. One explanation is stormy weather in the area. Powerful waves and winds can throw ships off course and even sink them. So remember how we've talked about, I'll pause for a minute and then keep reading in a minute. So you know how we've talked about different landforms in the United States and how right up above Texas and some of those Midwest states, Tennessee, there's the warm air meets with the cold air, and over the ocean, hurricanes can form. So that's an area that has hurricanes, and it's also prone to tornadoes. That is caused by something different, though. But both of those events can happen in that area. So just like that, maybe the scientists are saying, maybe there are other explanations like stormy weather that happen in that area. So I'm going to go back to the article now. A recent announcement supports this view. Scientist Michael Burnett identified the wreck of the Cotopaxi. It sank off the coast of Florida more than 300 miles from the Bermuda Triangle. Divers found clues to help prove why the ship went down. It had broken parts that would have made it sink in a violent storm. It's very satisfying to be able to put a real explanation to what happened, Barnett told reporters. So look at the other ships or airplanes, other things that have been lost at sea. So 1918, there was a big ship, the USS Cyclops. In 1945, there was the aircraft that went down. It was Mission Flight 19. And then, so neither of the first two, they haven't ever been found. The last one is the Cotopaxi. So that was nearly 95 years ago. So about 1925. So that one was about 95 years ago. So that one has been found. So that's the one we were just talking about. That one was lost in the Bermuda Triangle, and they found it, and they did find broken parts, which suggested to the scientists who found it that it was lost in a storm. Okay, so you get to make up your own mind now. So now use your article and go into the close reading questions. What is the main idea of the article? What is it mostly about? Look at how it begins and look at how it ends. That's always going to give you your biggest bits of information. And then number 2, why do scientists now believe that the Cotopaxi sank off the coast of Florida? Okay, that's found at the very end of the third section. So where I just started reading a recent announcement, if you read that, the rest of that article, you'll find the answer there. And then 3, according to the sidebar at the bottom of page 6, what ships and aircrafts have gone missing in the Bermuda Triangle? So those are all 3. They all 3 went missing, but you can't explain how 2 have been found. I mean, 1 have been found and the other one has not. Okay, and then you've got your reading and writing with the article gorilla. Describe what gorillas eat and what they look like. So look at how the article explains what they eat and what they look like. And then for your language and spelling, you're going to punctuate dialogue. Remember, dialogue is speaking that we use when we write. So it's to refer to something that somebody said, usually. So let me read what that says, and I can help you start off. And I'll help you do number 1, and then I want you to work on the rest, and then I can help you if you have questions. Dialogue is a conversation between 2 or more characters in a story, and it can also be with that person with themselves. Remember how it can be what they're thinking? That can also be, it's like self-dialogue. Quotation marks show the exact words a character says. A writer uses commas to separate the names of the speakers from the words they say. Look at the examples below. Monique said, comma, look at that comma after the word said. And then we put in quotation marks what she said, and then the period for that sentence goes inside the quotation mark. We must all have positive attitudes. And then also pay attention when you are putting something in quotation marks. Even if it's in the middle of a sentence like this one, that first word in the quotation is capitalized. And then the next one, quotation marks. So it's written the other way. We must all have positive attitudes, comma. See, the comma punctuation is inside the quotation marks, said Monique. So that's what we're going to be paying attention to, is paying attention to the punctuation, like commas or periods, and they go inside. The commas go inside, if like on the second example, they go inside the quotation marks. And then the first example, the period at the end of the sentence also goes inside the quotation marks, but the comma after Monique said that goes outside. So it's a little bit different depending on where it goes. So number 1, Maria said, I will start my homework after dinner. So after Maria said, put a comma after the word said, start your quotation marks, and then at the end, after the period, finish with your other quotation mark. So your quotation marks go around. I will start my homework after dinner. Number 2, I hope you won't stay up too late, said Dad. So this is like our example 2. The quotation marks start before the word I. So I hope you won't stay up too late. That's your quotation marks. Your comma goes after the word late and inside your quotation, said Dad. Okay, you finish the rest, and if you have questions, you can ask, and if you need me to, I can take a picture of my corrected work and send it up for you. Okay, your math, we are still working on area. So draw these out if you need to, or you can just use your digits. A rectangular sheet of paper is 8 inches wide and 10 inches long. What is the area? So you're going to multiply 8 times 10 because that's what you do for area. You use multiplication. So go through that. Looks like number 4. Let's see. Might be it has more than 2 digits. So let's see what that says. Mrs. Beyer is painting a mural on her rectangular classroom wall. The wall is 10 feet long and 9 feet wide. Draw that out. The mural, so this is the important part, will be 9 feet long and 8 feet wide. How many square feet of the wall will not be covered by the mural? Oh, so this one's interesting. So you got to find 2 areas. So the first area of the entire wall is 10 times 9, so 90 square feet. The area for the mural is going to be 9 times 8, or 72 square feet. What's the difference between 72 and 90? And that's the area that is not covered by the mural. Okay, keep working on those. I think you should be fine. If you have questions, though, if some are a little bit complicated, if there are 2 different areas you have to find and then do something with that, make sure you message me in Classroom or Remind, and I can go ahead and I'll probably take pictures of that, of the corrected answer sheets, so you can make sure you're doing it correctly. Okay, if you have any questions, make sure you let me know in Remind or Google Classroom, and I will talk to you later.